Good morning, folks. It is Sunday morning coffee. I'm that asshole everybody knows is Adam Niffen. I am one of the joint faces of two faces of that's a setup. I'm one of the two guys there in Smith Welding and Restoration. There we go. There we go. One of the two guys up there. Jeremy's not totally keen on the camera time. That's alright. We still ambush him sometimes. I've got footage locked away in this little thing. The Camaro, it's almost ready to go, so you'll get the rest of the segments up this week. For the same guys I built the countertop shelf for. I have a wine rack that I've had built and hanging out waiting. They'll pick that up this week. They were supposed to pick it up this last week. Much the same story, but it wasn't a rush job, so whatever. That's alright. I'll let them get their shit in order. You know, I can bitch and complain, but those particular customers have been really good to us. We did the shotgun door handles, door pulls for them, for one of the bars. We went out and welded up a bunch of structural steel for their patio at yet another bar. They've been good to us. So they have an organizational hiccup, you know. The bad thing about those fellows is when they need something, they need it now, regardless of anything else. I don't think it's total lack of preparation. I think they've just got so much going on that so many variables slip through the cracks. All it takes is two minor variables to change a course of events that affect 100 people and in big ways. So we're on track. The big heavy push on the money starts. All the shit that I'm the only one that can do it is done. I actually started seam sealing yesterday when I was goofing around in the shop. I had to undercoat a big old 4x4, what was it, 2004 Silverado, 4-door 4x4, 3/4 ton. Owner wanted to get at it before these things became a problem. Good owner. Another regular customer of ours. He works that truck to death during the week, so we can't get it during the week. He has to get it to me on a weekend, and I have kids, so here we are. I'll zoom over there today, throw 4 shocks on it, and I actually have to touch up the undercoat in the rear wheel wells when I pull the tires off, because the rear wheels are steel, the front ones are not. And then I'm trying to get up above the wheel arch, because that's where they have a tendency to rot. I'll just pile it up in there and let it run down between. It'll run down between that wheel arch and door and bedside skin. That would be best if you can do that on that particular model. That's where those fuckers rot. So that's kind of what's going on in the shop. What's happening? What's going down? I keep threatening to get this Mercedes in. It actually comes in just as soon as we move the Monty over. I finally nailed down my machinist. They've just been busier than cats covering shit. I get that G20 engine back in the shop on Tuesday, which I'm really excited. I'm really super excited. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story on a 69 G20. It is an original Survivor. The engine had been apart at least once before we got a hold of it. I'm actually going to buy mostly new bolts for it when it goes back together, because it It was put back together with whatever they had on hand. It was obvious, but it ran, did its job. We broke it down. I showed you that. The bearings were fried, so we decided to do a tear down and rebuild. Pardon me. This was a buddy deal. Not mad about it. This particular truck is part of the inspiration and drive that pushed me to opening this shop almost 4 years ago now. I was doing service work. I had been doing that for a few years before I walked away from everything, got a divorce, started over. But that truck, a good friend of mine was in a spot. I had nowhere to put it. It dumped every fluid known to mankind, and it hung out at my old shop. I actually had it dragged down to my new home where we were working before. So I've had this thing for a really long time. But that was one of my guiding inspirations to, I'd go out there and I saw this thing every day. I've seen this thing every day for 5 years now. And they just don't. There's better ways and there's worse ways of building a vehicle than they built then. But the style, the personality, it's never been replicated to date. And so I'm going to be really happy to get that old truck patinaed and back on the road. And maybe he'll be good enough that he'll come back and let us do the body work and paint. I don't know. I know he's anxious to get it, and we've had so many delays. The last delay on this last leg was not entirely me, but I didn't stay up with the machinist and stay on everything. So it's my problem. There we go. At the end of the day, it's my problem. So we're going to get in, we're going to build the engine. My nephew's got it tore down, and he's got all the parts. So we'll re-ring it, clean the grooves. And that will be the first full build he's done for me. It's not the first full build he's done, it's the first full build he's done for me. So it's another momentous occasion for us in our shop, because I eventually do want to have a larger shop. And I want my nephew over here helping us set up suspensions and chassis and building engines. Now, will I get what I want? With enough hard work and dedication, you bet your ass I'll get what I want. And I don't want my nephew over here helping us because it's my nephew, because it's family. Don't get me wrong, I've always got my family's back. But by and large, working with family is just a terrible idea. So that's kind of a story about a 1969 G20 and why it's dear to me. So we'll get a motor in it with the tranny and everything mated back up. We'll check all the U-joints, all the ball joints. We'll go through and check the suspension, steering, and braking. Braking components are almost all new at the drums. And then we're going to go through the lines, because I'm sure it's been sitting for 5 years. The lines have rotted. And if they haven't, great, we'll pressure it up and send it down the road. But we're going to take all 4 drums apart and put them back together no matter what. So that's that vehicle. That's that project. And that's why, I don't know, that's why it's exciting to me. So just this last year, this last 9-10 months, we have gone through a lot of growth the last 2 months, we've actually gotten back to where we were last July. June and July. We were doing well, putting out good work. Not great work, but we were putting out good work, and it was plentiful. Now we're back to, we're busy, and we get to put out great work. We picked up some really awesome clients, and we got to look at some really amazing projects for folks that I'm hoping they come down the line. So we've definitely evolved, gone through some growing pains, gone through some headaches, and definitely evolved. And that's where we're sitting now. I can't say enough how blessed I am with this channel, with all you guys. Sometimes I say shit out of turn, and I'm misunderstood. That's fine. You know, I can get called out on bullshit. I'm only human. But gosh, if you go back, my first video I put on 262 videos ago, it was actually taken off my phone, and it's a walk around my shop at pretty much how we walked into it. You know, when I first moved into that shop, we had big old countertops running down every wall, eating up all kinds of space, 4 feet wide, 3 feet wide, whatever it was. A guy who painted houses built that building. So he had it set up, basically a little paint area for shooting trim and doors and things like that. And I just started taking stuff away, stacking stuff up, and really it was just kind of a tossed together hodgepodge with very little decent organization. And then a few months later I did another video, walk around. It was a lot more organized, a lot more cleaned up, and we're flying a little more smoothly and on the right track, I think. And then, of course, I did the PhD video, our Piled Higher and Deeper, where we walk around the new shop. And I've shown you around the new shop a couple times, but not as in depth. You know, we're a little shop and we're going places. Just sit down, hold on, and enjoy the scenery. From here, I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what we're going to do, really. I mean, we've got a plan, we got ideas, but very rarely do our, you know, your best laid plans work out exactly as laid. But we got the direction and the focus, so that's kind of amazing. You know, lastly, I want to wrap up with, man, and it's a tough one. I know Darren broached the subject in Yahoo, and I don't have words to go over and just type on someone's channel. I don't even know how to express through written word what's appropriate. I don't even know what to say that's appropriate, but one of our YouTube brothers, he lost a child. I don't know him incredibly well. I watch his videos. You know, there's dozens upon dozens of you folks. I watch your videos here and again. I catch videos when I can. My life has gotten busy and hectic, so I try to watch, you know, spread it out and get caught up with people. I like knowing each and every one of you guys. Just an amazing group of people. And just pop in, say hey to you, Dizzy. Definitely, lend support. I don't think that I could. I don't know. That is the most horrific thing that can happen in someone's life. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Love your family, hug your kids. Even if you hate your family, at the end of the day, they're still your family. And your kids, there's something sacred to that. I've seen the earth-shattering heartbreak to see parents outlive their adult children. I can't fathom. My heart and prayers definitely go out to you, Dizzy, and his family. I want to wish you guys a great day. Go hang out with the kids. Give them a hug. Go fishing. Buy them an ice cream. Teach them something valuable. I will catch you guys on the next one. This was a nice little storytelling. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to y'all later.